The meter reads $2.75. First hour. You've paid it every day for 6 years. You've owned it for 4. Your phone buzzes in the console. A text, 5 words, contract renewed. 90 meters, added. You don't look yet. A passenger's climbing into your backseat, asking if you take card. You say yes. You smile. The check engine light glows amber on the dash, same as it has for 8 months. You glance down at the phone screen, face up next to a half-empty water bottle. The number attached to that text, $2.1 million. 5-year value. You put the car in drive. Nobody in this backseat knows who you are. 4.9 stars. Always 5 minutes early. Water bottles in the console, cold, offered without being asked. That's what they see. What they don't see, 340 parking meters across this city cut you a check every month. You've never told a rider. Never told your mother. Never told the woman you've been seeing for 8 months. Your name doesn't matter here. Your name is the guy behind the wheel. You drive a 2014 Honda Accord. 187,000 miles. A crack in the windshield you keep meaning to fix. You won't. 6 years back. $340 in checking. A car note you were behind on. 2 apps running at once, phone mounted. Engine idling in a Waffle House parking lot between shifts, because driving home and back didn't make sense for a 4-hour break. Your mother called it in between jobs. You called it Tuesday. No ambition. No plan. Boredom, mostly. Sitting outside a courthouse, waiting on a fare that won't come for 20 minutes. You watch a city worker crack open a parking meter and dump it into a canvas bag. You do the math broke people do out of habit. 200 meters on this block. $250 a day, easy. Times 200. Times a city with 4,000 of them. You don't write it down. Can't stop thinking about it. Turns out the city doesn't run its own meters. A private contractor holds the servicing agreement. Takes a cut. Passes the rest back through a revenue share deal. Nobody bothers to renegotiate. Thin margins. Mostly maintenance. Mostly cash collection. Nobody wants it. Smells like quarters and diesel. Pays slow. You bid on 14 meters. One neighborhood. $1,900 you don't have. Goes on a card at 24%. You tell yourself 90 days, tops. Don't tell your mother. Tell Reggie. He laughs for a solid 10 seconds. Wait, you're serious? You're serious. 9 months in. First full quarter, $6,400 against $1,900 spent. You don't buy anything. Roll it into 11 more meters. Reggie starts calling you meter man, like a joke. You'll notice he's stopped asking you for gas money. Nobody tells you this part. People don't start respecting you the day you get rich. They start the moment they can't tell how much you have. 18 months. You learn something most people never bother to. A parking meter isn't a machine. It's a contract with the government that renews itself quietly, as long as you don't screw it up. Cities don't shop around. They renew. That's the whole business. Boring, reliable, invisible. Year 2. 90 meters now. 1 municipal lot, 41 spaces. The city's been trying to unload for years because the maintenance contract pays too little for anyone to bother. You take it for almost nothing. $71,000 cleared that year. Still driving 4 nights a week. Some stranger in your backseat fed quarters into a meter 3 blocks back. Had no idea it was yours. Year 3. $184,000. You add a self-storage facility on the edge of downtown. 22 units. Half behind on rent when you buy it. Owner just wants out. You don't renovate. Don't raise a dime. Just collect on time. every month. Turns out that's rarer than it should be. Your mother still thinks you're doing all right driving. Asks gently if you've thought about something more stable. You say you're working on it. Not a lie. Just an unfinished sentence. There's a woman named Priya. Rides with you 60 sometimes over 4 years. Same route, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Dialysis appointments. Tips in cash. Always $3. Always apologizes, it's not more. She has no idea. To her, you're just the driver who remembers she likes the radio low. You'll never tell her. The second you do, the ride stops being a ride. Reggie's different. 3 kids, 2 jobs. A transmission dying a slow death for a year straight. Reggie asks you for $800 once. Straight out, no dressing it up. You don't hand him cash. You drive him to the county auction instead. Show him how tax-lien properties work. Walk him through bidding on a small lot outside a strip mall. Front him the deposit, a loan, real terms, written down. 5 months later, paid back in full. He still owns that lot. Giving someone money and giving someone a door, not the same thing. Money runs out. A door, DOESN. Single quotes, T.year 4. 340 meters. The storage facility. 2 lots. Just under $410,000 cleared. Still driving 3 nights a week, because, and you can never explain this part to anyone who asks, the driving is the only place your life still feels normal. Compound growth doesn't feel like anything, day to day. You need a stranger heading to the airport to remind you what a normal Tuesday is supposed to feel like. Thursday night, a rider gets in, mid-30s, watch worth more than your car. Talks business the whole ride. Mentions he's getting into municipal contracts, parking boring stuff. Steady cash flow. Nobody wants it. Your hands on the git. Words right there. Ready. I own 340 of those. You don't say it. Ask him what exit he needs, instead. Later, you sit in that same Waffle House lot. Same one, from 6 years back. Think about how close you came to trading for years of silence for 30 seconds of looking. Impressive to a stranger you'll never see again. Almost Tuesday morning. Circle K. $1.09 coffee. You're in line behind a man arguing with the cashier about a lottery ticket. Phone buzzes. The city's renewed your largest maintenance contract. 5 more years. Folded in 90 additional meters from a competitor who lost the bid. 5-year value. On paper, $2.1 million. You read it twice. Pay for the coffee. Get in the Accord. Drive to your 8:15 fare. A man late for a dentist appointment. Phone in his face the entire ride. Never once looks up. You don't tell anyone that day. Not Reggie. Not your mother. Not the woman you've been seeing. You pick up 6 more rides. Go home. Eat leftover rice, cold, straight from the container. Bed by 11:40. Priya rides with you again that Thursday. Same route. Same $3 tip. Same apology. You tell her, like always, not to worry about it. Nobody becomes wealthy the day the number changes. You become wealthy the day you stop needing anyone else to know it. Money, whispered, is armor. Money, announced, is a target. You learned that at a Waffle House, with $340 to your name. Still true, at $2.1 million, the check engine light is still on. The windshield crack is a little longer now. You still drive Tuesdays and Thursdays. Get in your back seat, and you'll notice the water bottles, the low radio, the way you're always 5 minutes early. You'll have no idea the meter you just fed quarters into belongs, in every way that matters, to the person driving you home.